Hello and welcome to another Tuesday night. This is the Station Hotel Talking Parra live show. Thanks to our sponsors, Beach Jerky, Next Gen Nutrition, Baby Star, Swan Hose and Fittings, JD's Buyers Agent, Ex-Advisory, Parra Leagues, Archibald Racing, Time for a Chat, Crown Property Finance, Oxen Wingboy, Non-Stop Landscapes, ZMS Trophies, Euro Work, Riverside Brewing Co. We have a new sponsor as well, which is Pest Choice Pest Management. So welcome to them as well. And of course, the Station Hotel. Another interesting week in Parramatta Eels land. That Saturday night game was something. I don't know how to describe it, but it was certainly something. The first half, I kind of had us all going, oh no, here we go again. The second half, it's going to be some kind of miracle if they can back it up. Big crew in tonight. I'll bring them all in. I've just got to find the right screen because we are down here. Welcome to everyone. I'll go around the grounds first of all. Troy, mate, you're here as usual. Mr. Reliable, how you doing?
I'm going all right. Despite the loss on Saturday, just getting ready for this week's game. So, yeah, going all right.
Yeah, Hayden, mate. So the comments. Hayden, mate, how you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Didn't go to the game on Saturday, but yeah, it was definitely a strange old contest and 250th vlog this week, last one for a while. So looking forward to it. Hopefully a win.
Yep, hopefully a win. Let's see. Matt, you got the call up. I didn't think Jason or Mike were going to be there, and we didn't want to run with three of us. So went back to Original, and boom, they're here. They are here. So Matt got the call up. Welcome back. What's doing in Mr. Tate's world?
Nothing much. Just usual crap, watching games and yelling at TVs, and yeah.
Fair call. Now, yeah, you got added to the kicking comp by Rob Macker last week. He said you can kick
very much.
Have you been practicing?
No, I've had since that's been announced. I had conjunctivitis, so I didn't do anything because I couldn't see. So yeah, fun times.
What do you say?
This weekend for sure.
Doesn't need the practice. Jace, mate, it's been a while. You look like you're going to fall asleep. I know you're busy, so you're not going to stay the whole time. I don't think, are you? Who knows what could happen with you? What's doing? How you been? How's the relish in the club, by the way?
I'm actually just sick of the relish at the moment. I think I've had 8 coffees and I'm drinking a Pepsi Max. So I'm trying to stay in there. Yeah, I invented a song for the weekend. You beat 13th place by 4 points. You beat 13th place by 4 points. You beat 13th place by 4 points. You didn't win the grand final. You suck.
Was that meant to be to the Was that meant to be the South tune?
That was meant to be to the glory to South Sydney.
Yeah. You didn't nail the tune, but yeah, the words are good. Michael's finally back. For those who don't know, he now lives on a property and likes the smell of rich mahogany and doesn't have time for us and thinks he's above us. But he's finally set up his little room and he's back, and welcome, I guess.
Yeah, half. I have the bench there enough to put a computer on it, so I thought I'd grace you with my presence.
I thought you were going to set up this big podcast studio and be ready to go, but it hasn't happened, has it?
No, I've got a separate granny flat that's now a fully stocked bar and jam room and sunroom and all the cool things. But as for a podcast area, it's just a bench and a library wall.
Okay.
Well, you're sounding crystal clear too. Your microphone's on point tonight too.
Thanks, mate.
No
we didn't want your life story, but look, we're going to go straight in this. We're going to give him a chance because he wants to come on because he's got a bit to say. So it's going to be me at first. I'm going to remove me. We're going to go through the process, and then it should be Jason. So everyone be patient. You might all get a pop up on screen. There's me.
Well, that's a head.
You're there. I put us to 2. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to remove myself, and this is your moment, mate. So go nuts. Do as you please.
Thank you. Well, I had a lot more pep in my step earlier today when I saw the team list. But look, I want to try and be as respectful as I possibly can, and objective as I possibly can. And I want to understand. I really want to understand. Please explain. We were told when Dylan Brown left that if you're not playing next year, the club has to build, has to look to the future. So you're not going to play. You're going to get dropped, or you're going to do what needs to be done for the team. He went to centre. He didn't play a few games. Understandable. We accepted that. All right. The season was over. Our season is now over. And year in, year out since then, it's been 2 seasons now. Or has it been 1 season? Anyway, it feels like 2 seasons. We are told that we are moving for the future. We are building. We are wanting the young guys to get a go. And we don't see those young guys having a go. Now, we've got Dylan Walker leaving next year. We've got Volkman also leaving next year. Upper is leaving next year. Those 3 are in the starting lineup. The 2 that are obviously not in the starting lineup is Riley Smith, who had, I'm going to say, the game of the century last week, who pretty much played the full 80, I'm pretty sure, and then moved to centre and scored a try and was easily a standout. And you can tell how much he loves the club, how much passion he has, and he'll just do whatever needs to be done in order to make sure the team goes well. And he can't get a start. All right. Mate, I've got no idea what I'm talking about, but that's fine. Joash, who was arguably our best player when Oyongi was out in the first part of the year, is not even named on the reserves, who is supposed to be our next 6, our next 1, our backup 1, even just the one of the best stopgaps in between, trying to get ready for Lorenzo or whoever to come through. Where's the explanation of why these players aren't in the starting lineup? But Dylan Walker is, and Dylan Walker is not here next year. Upper Twiddle, who got dropped after getting a double on his debut, is starting fullback. Like, what? Honestly, what the fuck? I don't understand. I really don't understand. It is extremely frustrating to see that team list and not see the people that we are supposed to be blooding and putting together combinations. Again, look, nothing against Volk. I actually think Volk is great and I wish we could keep him. But if he's moving on, he needs to be moved on. And like I actually like Upper, and I wish we kept him as well, but he's leaving. I just don't understand how we can do these 180 backflips all the time. And at the beginning of the season, we go to the events and we get told X, Y, Z, and this is what the club is going to do, and this is what we're moving towards. And then we backflip again and we backflip again, and it's 180 spinning around like headless chooks. And I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm frustrated, and I would like a Pauline Hanson, please explain, because there needs to be an explanation. Seriously, there needs to be an explanation.
The thing that doesn't make sense to me is, and there's a lot of things being thrown in the comments, mate. I've received since the team was.
I thought you were going to say a lot of things don't make sense to you.
Yeah, like my brother.
I'm always confused apparently according to Mika.
Yeah, but I've received, since that team list dropped, I've probably received 400 messages to the page with theories, with questions as to what's going on, and people thinking I know. Now, I've got no insight into these situations at all, but I think one thing that really hit me when Jason said it, and I got a little bit of a tear in my eye, is that you're talking about 2 blokes not in the team that actually want to play for where this would be. I'm not even wearing the jersey tonight because I can't do it, and I won't wear a jersey to the game on the weekend. I'll wear my Talking Parra stuff. There you go. It seems like someone would know what's going on there. But my thoughts are that you got 2 blokes that care about playing for the jersey, and you got people running the club that don't give a fuck about this club. All they care about is the paycheck they're getting, and this is what's happening to our great club because of that. There's a lot more I could say on it. Like I said, I've already obviously said quite a bit, but that's my theory behind it. Someone said, is Jason Ryles picking the team? We asked this question back when Brad Arthur was here, if other people were having control. If some of the stuff I'm hearing is correct, then no, Jason Ryles is not picking the team. Get your thoughts on it. I'll go to you first, Michael.
Yeah, it's pretty. I guess one of my big points most of this year and last year with the Dylan Brown thing is we need to be looking at the big picture and long term. Like, we're at the point now where we can't just hope to have a good year here and there. We really need to start looking long term and building and aiming for the big prize, because it's just something I don't think we've done properly for probably 15 years or 20 years. Not win, look at the picture, that is. So to see people like Joash, who wanted to bleed for our club, and I'm not saying he could have been our long-term 6, but he was the best stopgap we had. If we'd have put him in the 6 last year when Dylan Brown had signed with Newcastle, he could have had a pretty good year this year and could have been a pretty solid damn 6 until our next supposed big thing, Lorenzo, was ready, whether that be this year or next year or whatever. It's just one example of where we're not looking to the future and we're just trying to get the quick fix and win a few games here and there to make people look happy and keep people safe.
I need to ask this question. Sorry, I went across time I was talking. I'm going to ask it. How do you know this, by the way? Is the question I want to know. Is this speculation or have you got a valid source that wants to know this? Because I would really love to know how you know he's gone and he won't be here next year because I've seen your negative comments before about the bloke. So just give me that answer if he's still here. So, Trey, mate, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously disappointing that Riley and Joash aren't in the team because, I mean, for weeks now with all these injuries that Parramatta have had, Jason Riles has come out and said, well, you know, it's a good chance for these young guys to get some game time, get some experience, get some games under their belt, but they're simply not getting picked. And as you've all said, there's players that are being picked that aren't going to be here next year. There's 4 games to go. Pick the young blokes, put them in there. Can't make finals, give them a crack, and give them that game time.
The only way for an NRL player to get 50 games is to play
I was
50
about to
games.
say that.
100%, 100%, and that's what he says.
There's no point in that press conference saying that shit if you're not going to back it up.
Yeah.
But does he even answer the questions in his own press conference, or is it a script of what to say? You know, we've seen scripts of what to say before. We've had meetings with the club that took pride in how short their press conferences were and how much they could control them. And look, Troy, Hayden, and Matt were all in that meeting when they said that. So they can come and deny that one as much as they want because we know they like to cover things up and deny things. So see what they say, Hayden.
I'm lost for words. I haven't made a video about this club in a very long time, probably since the Talking Parra blacklist. But as soon as this came out today, I just had to make a video. And look, you mentioned it there, the meeting. That was to provide constructive feedback from a fan perspective. And something that's happening in the last couple games is, you know, fans are getting frustrated in comment sections. It's happening more and more. As a majority, fans are getting frustrated. And I saw a comment earlier that if you comment something negative about this club, you're not a fan anymore. It's absolutely crazy to say that and see these decisions and people sticking by it. People saying, and look, nothing against Appa, but people saying, Appa's the right choice this week. Hardly anyone's saying that now. People are actually waking up now, and you can see the comment section asking the question. Fans deserve way better, and these players, as you've said, bleed the blue and gold. They've shown week in, week out in not just reserve grade, but even when they're out injured, they're getting involved with the club. They're doing things with the fans, speaking about the fans. Both Riley and Joash have been so hard done by here. And whether they're part of the future is irrelevant. They're there for this year. We're picking players that aren't going to be there next year, regardless of their future plans. Right now, they're currently here. They currently should be wearing that jersey. And their form is brilliant. You saw last week, we'll get to it later, but Riley Smith was my man of the match. And we've rewarded him by putting him in the reserves. And Joash, for weeks, was on the reserves bench, now overlooked. I think fans are fucking sick of it, and so am I.
Yeah. What do you got, Matt?
Riley Smith is legit the best hooker at our club at the moment. Like, the fact that he's not starting hooker is wild.
The fact that he played 80 minutes, then moved to center, and everyone keeps saying he's not in first grade, his sternum's still not 100%. I'm sorry, he put his body in front of David Fafita every single fucking tackle. You know what I mean? Like, if that's not testing your sternum out, I don't know what is. But it's getting ridiculous. It's almost like they're being punished because they like too many Facebook posts or Instagram posts. I don't know. But you've got certain other people always staring at their phone in their podcast like they're reading a script and saying that, hang on a minute, I want to know if we get accused of leaking shit all the time, why is it that after last week's game, after Iongi got injured, there was a certain other podcast that already knew that Joash wouldn't be fullback. So what's that saying about our club? And it's pissing me off because Joash is the only one pretty much as you know, I sit around the back every game, every home game. Wish them luck as they come in. Wish them luck as they leave every night. I drive an hour to the game every week. I sit there. I get there at 12 o'clock when we've got a 7:30 game. Everyone knows me. I've been there since I was 4 years old doing the same thing because that's what my dad taught me to do. Win, lose, or draw, always have the heads up. Joash and Riley are pretty much the only ones that will go to every fan, take every photo, spend time with the fans, unlike a certain, not going to mention names, club captain that just speed walks in and says, hi guys, with his little fucking notebook and pair of boots, whatever boots he wants to wear that week. And then when we lose, doesn't even come out, gets his missus to drive around to the side gate and sneaks out the side. And I don't care. He's my favorite player. Love him to death. But I'm getting sick of it. Like, we're all about backing the badge. But no, the only players backing the badges are the ones we're showing the door.
I think I'll summarize Matt there and just say that you've just summed up how divided the fan base is and how frustrated the fan base is. I haven't really seen that emotion from you before. So I think everyone's had enough of the current situation of the club. And I'll be honest, like, I've never come out and said that everyone's job needs to go. But what I will say is that these people aren't going to quit the club. They're on a very good pay scale. And if I was in their situation, I probably wouldn't quit the club either, because it's quite clear by now they don't care about the club or the fans. They care about themselves. The only way that they're going to go is if the board steps in and gets rid of them. So I guess I don't want to plead to them because I don't really give a fucking shit about them and I know they're watching. I want to plead to the club. I want to talk to them, to the board, sorry. I'm talking the PNRL board, and say, if you care about this club and if you care about everything that's been said about backing the badge and the fans and the members and the sponsors and the 35,000 you have, then obviously it's time for things to change up at Parramatta because everyone's clearly had enough. So let's get to the game from the weekend anyway. Like I said, interesting game, 28-24 loss. That first half, I'll start with you, Hayden. Have you ever seen a worse first half of football by Parramatta?
I was looking forward to the end of the first half so I could get online and be as vocal on every single page calling us fucking disgraceful, because honestly, I thought I was messaging groups, including our group, saying, you know, this is going to be 50-14. This is going to get really, really ugly. But I was pretty proud of the second half. You know, not only, look, Souths did take the foot off the pedal a little bit for mine, and you could definitely see that. But we never gave up. They never felt, besides, you know, Josh not hitting the ball in for a 40-20, but that wasn't giving up. That was just a very unlucky play. But for that whole 40 minutes, we showed heart. And regardless of not getting the 2 points or the win or not, I was really proud. I thought they all did a job. I thought, as I said, Riley Smith earlier, going into that centre position that Jason said earlier, out of his natural position and have the game of his life, was just so good to see. So, look, as much as that first half was horrible, and that's the story of our season this year, I was really impressed that we turned up in that second half, especially when, you know, we've had these close first half against teams like Panthers, Roosters, Manly, and weren't blown away in that second half. So I'm just that little bit proud. It's probably one of the highlights for me this year, that second half effort.
Yep, fair. Troy?
Well, I'll be honest, that first half, that was dog shit. And it was looking like what everyone thought it was going to be, a 50-point plus scoring game. But I don't know what was said at halftime. Nobody knows what was said at halftime, but they just came out in that second half and just absolutely did everything they could to try and win this game. But they gave South too much of a lead to do that. They nearly got away with it. I mean, there was that Jordan Samrani no try, which, you know, in my opinion was a try. But you know, you can't blame that. They just left the run too late. And there was a few opportunities where they could have scored that match-winning try, but it wasn't to be. They went the wrong way and did maybe the wrong kick or something like that. So, but Riley Smith, as you said, Hayden, he was a competitor. He gave everything. The kick chases, on the pressure on the kickers, and and scoring that try, never gave up getting that ball. So, yeah, shit first half, good second half. We still lost, but look, it's funny because it's probably one of our better games this year in terms of that half, I guess.
Yeah, just eased off is what I'll say. I want to make
Yeah.
one comment before I go around because I don't want to end up obviously repeating each other, but I want to say that that's the best that Mitch and Volkman combined, in my opinion. I commented on it, I think, to Jason a couple of weeks earlier, maybe, that I felt like we never see our 6 and 7 combine anymore because of the way we play Walker. Without Walker there, Mitch went back to that controlling half game, and Volkman played as a 5'8", and the game opened up, and Volkman's stats showed how good that worked for him. And that was obviously whole our second half, but it's easy to play that razzle dazzle kind of football when, and the non-structured kind of football with someone like Fox at fullback as well, when it's 28-0 at half time and you've conceded 6 tries. It's easy to throw it all. Question I ask is, why haven't we been playing that style of football since our season was essentially over? Because it seemed like it doesn't matter what was said at half time, the players led by the captain Mitchell Moses went out at half time and said, let's do what we want to do to win this football game. Matt, what's your thoughts on the game?
It kind of reminded me. Now, I don't know what year it was, but it was at Parramatta Stadium. We were down 30-0 or something at halftime. Benji kicked the field goal, and it ended up 31-30 because Hayne and Highmarsh, and I still remember the day the trainer come on after one of their tries and got told to get off the field, and the boys pretty much just huddled together and said, let's play our way, and ended up almost pulling it off right at the end. So it's kind of like we're throwing the playbook out and the boys on the field are actually going, fuck this, let's play football how we want to play. And it's the famous Jason Taylor when he coached Parra saying, you don't teach Parra your coaching style, you coach to Parra's playing style. And I feel like that's what we need, and it's not happening.
Yeah, and that was 2012, by the way, just for those playing at home, when we almost come back and won that game. It was one of the almost greatest comebacks as well. We've had the 2 almost greatest comebacks in the NRL. Jace, thoughts on Saturday night shit show?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a shit show. I mean, we didn't get much rub of the green in the first half anyway. I think Kelly's sin bin was pretty soft. I mean, if that's a tackle, then Sam Riney got tackled in the air, and that should have been a penalty try, because apparently if you just touch someone, it's a tackle. And we remember what a magic round against the Sharks when Simonson apparently wasn't tackled in the air either. Anyway, I think that was pretty harsh, and we just struggled from then on in the first half. And that's what, unfortunately, there are teams in the comp that don't respect Parramatta at all, and one of them is the Rabbitohs. They know that they can run around us, they know they can run through us, and they don't give a shit. And Walker has a field day because we don't have anyone that gives him the shits, so he just does whatever he wants. So that was the first half. The second half, I agree. I almost feel like Riley said to them, look, obviously my plan's not working. Do what you want to do. And then that's when Mitch probably takes over, a bit of eyes up footy, Bachman runs, and things are happening. And it was haphazard. Like Fox at fullback, Riley in the centers, we got 2 injuries in a span of like 10 minutes or whatever it was. Like it really was just putting it together and just playing footy. And it worked, and it looked decent. And Mitch blowing up and really taking on the responsibility was great to see. I loved it because he was very quiet first half. It was almost like he wasn't there. But in the second half, it was just amazing. So I don't know what we can take from that, because we seem to be a one-half side, whether it's the first half or the second half, we pick and choose. But we need to have the best players out there. And again, not having Riley, not having Joe Ash this week, it's going to be detrimental to the team. So I don't know.
Yeah, politics getting in the way of what could have been a better season is one thing I'll say. Your thoughts, Mika?
I actually said on a comment on Facebook at halftime that for the first time in as long time, for the first time in as long as I've followed them, I actually thought I will never see them win a comp. The first half was so bad, and all the excuses will come out about the sin bin and the 3 tries they scored, but that was for 10 minutes. The other 30 minutes of the half, we were awful. We dropped the ball the second tackle of the game, and that just set the tone. As for how we went in the second half, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it was amazing. Like, yes, it was good to see us not just throw the towel in like we have in past games where it's been 30-0 at half time, but South completely shut up shop. They started dropping the ball. The difference in the style of footy we played between the first half and the second half was the fact that we didn't drop the fucking ball and South did. So the reason Mitch was so quiet in the first half is because our forwards got absolutely pummeled. We didn't win the ruck. We kept dropping the ball. Second half, we held the ball. We got some tries. We got a bit of momentum. Got a bit of confidence about us. And South went ready for it. And then we just kind of stayed in the grind for a bit. It was not this big, amazing thing where we all of a sudden decided to play football again. Like, I think it was a bit of false hope. But I just don't want Parramatta fans to fall back into the rut where we see something like that and go, oh, we're all right. Everything's all right now. We played really good that half of footy. Like, we're not all right. That first half was so bad. And it made me think, man, we're going to be really doing it tough for the next 18 months, 2 years. Like, this is a fight. This is dark days. Like, we barely beat the Tigers, who are a basket case, and people keep going, Tigers are a basket case. No, we're the basket case. And we need to admit that and try and make it better instead of just thinking, oh, no, we're doing all right. Because we're not. We're not doing all right.
The problem is, I think we attracted South to our shitness of the first half.
Yeah.
Like, we were that bad the first half. They come out and thought they've got this done. Parramatta can't offer anything, and they got stuck in a rut. Yeah, we held the ball a lot better. There's no doubt about that. But still, we just attracted to that shitness of style of play, and it's kind of what happened with a lot of our games this year. Newcastle, shit. Melbourne, that game at Magic Round at Melbourne, they have a 2-goal game, was a terrible game. Obviously, the Tigers game, I don't need to talk about that. Everyone's kind of trying to erase that from their memory. But I'll get through some of the awards from the week. In case you can't tell, I've got half a voice I've been cook as. So Jordan Semrani was the Parra League's fan-voted man of the match by you fans. The Euro work, talking Parra, player of the match was Ronald Volkman. I think I decided that one by myself. I was so off my phone on Saturday night and Sunday morning because I just didn't care. I think I just picked that one myself. His stats look pretty fucking good. This is quite funny. Our beach jerky moment of the week was Riley Smith's return for one game. And the reason was, I'm not saying he was the best on field. I'm not saying he's the complete package or anything like that, but he went out and he played 80 minutes of football where he didn't fucking stop trying and he didn't give up. He got put into a centre position where he's probably never played in his life, and he just kept having a crack. Our super coach playing the rise, once again, Jack Williams, superb. He's absolutely killing at the moment. Surely he's got to take out, I know it's probably between him and Sam Rani. You think surely he'd have to go close to taking out the Ken Thornett medal again this year, because he also picked up our defender of the week with 40 tackles at 98% strike rate. I want to dive in this one a little bit more. Saxon Pryke, 53 minutes, 16 runs, 123 run meters, 1 offload, 1 tackle rate, 30 tackles. Now, this is the kind of guy that should be starting at 13 this week instead of Jack DeBellin. I think everyone will agree on that, except we're gone with a bloke who's not going to be here next year. He's 35, and although solid, doesn't really help our team in any way. I've heard some comparisons between Isaiah Yeo and Saxon Pryke, the way that Yeo played in the weekend, coming from some Penrith fans, actually. They were that impressed by his performance. So what do you make, Troy, of Saxon's performance on Saturday night?
Yeah, well, he's a little bit like Riley, isn't he? He never gives up and is always trying to have a dig and trying to do whatever he can to win the game for his team. And, yeah, got a big, bright future in front of him. He probably got a little bit caught up at that stage where he was offside from the play the ball. But, I mean, when you get the ball thrown at you, you're going to catch it, aren't you? But, he's got a bright future in front of him.
Jace, mate. Saxon Pryke, what's your thoughts? I was making sure you were awake before I went here.
Wakey.
I like him, and I agree. I mean, we need to, again, you reminded me, JDB is not going to be there next year either. I mean, get rid of him. Who cares? I mean, nothing against the bloke. I actually really like him, and I was always with him with all the legal battles, and I was on his side. But he's not here next year. Start Pryke. Start him. Who cares? We don't have a chance in hell to make finals, and we may not for the next fucking 10 years. Just put players in that actually want to be there, and players that are young and ready to go and have heart and willing to fight. I don't care if Riley isn't the full package, or he's not a center, or he's got a fucked sternum. The kid is literally prime to be captain, and we just what? Because he's I don't know, he's a bit smaller, or because he didn't try hard enough. Like, put these players in. I don't understand. Saxon Pryke, what do you mean? What's the nickname we've given him?
Motor Prime.
Motor Pryke.
Motor Pryke. Up the Motor Pryke.
I feel like Motor Pryke's one of the stars of the future for the club, and seems to be passionate about the Parramatta Eels as well. So, given the fact he hasn't blocked Talking Parrot on Instagram, he might actually get booted from the club. Michael, Jack Williams, he's effort on effort on effort every week. Starting to get comparisons to Nathan Highmarsh. People saying that they're happy to see him, obviously, in the second row. Comparisons to Highmarsh. I haven't got your opinion on this because you haven't been here, and the rest of us have probably spoken about it. Should he be the captain of our club or not?
Yes.
Take away that Mitch is our captain. Look at next year if they went with another thing. Should he be the captain?
Looking at next year. You got me.
Tonight would be good.
Yeah.
If look, what me and you have spoken about a little bit. I mean, I agree he is captain material, and if you look at our team for next year, yeah, probably. But I still would be getting Mitch a sports psychologist and really dealing with him that way first, because I think the leader of your club should be someone in Mitch's position and that has Mitch's profile. Like, I just think that's the kind of person at your club that you work with and make them a captain. Now, nothing against Jack. He would be my second choice. He does super well on the field. He leads by example. He seems to have a much calmer tone, but for me, I'd still prefer like a half or someone that's on the field for 80 minutes or someone that's got that bit of a higher profile to be your captain.
Personally, I'd like someone that plays 24 games a year to be our captain.
That too.
That's isn't that the point though? Like, when I almost feel like, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, that Gutho was the right balance for Mitch, because we want Mitch. Yeah. We want Mitch dictating. We want Mitch making calls. We want Mitch yelling at people. We want him doing what he does best on the field, but him also balancing that with his emotions, that with also speaking to the ref, that with the disappointment of some players and what's going on. That, I think, is the biggest challenge for him as a captain. It's balancing all of that. And that's what Gutho had as the balance. Williams could be the same, co-captain or captain, and have that balance where when Mitch needs to just go off and run and kick and scream and whatever he needs to do, then Williams can be the one that brings it back down, ground everyone, because that's what I think worked well with Gutho. That's what I think we need. Even as him as a co-captain, it has to happen. Because I fucking love Mitch. In the second half on the weekend, it shows exactly what he can do and how good he can be, but he just needs to be able to be himself. And him being himself, unfortunately, is with respect to Libnani, and he goes off his fucking nut. And I understand. I'm half Middle Eastern as well. You fucking lose your shit. I get it, and he's so passionate, and I love it. But we need someone to ground everyone as well, and I think that's where a good balance could be with struck with Williams.
I'm going to say this from the start. I was never a fan of Mitch as captain. And that's, once again, no disrespect to Mitch, but I just don't think he needed the captaincy. Like, I have someone that's grown up with a great sporting ability that I have, that I always thought as a, half at the age of 34 playing D-grade football. No, but really, a half leads a team. And if you've played footy, you know that. You've listened to your half no matter what. That's why so many halves become captains. I never thought he needed the captaincy to be a leader. Either way, even when he wasn't a captain, he was a leader. Now, Jack Williams, to me, is someone that goes to another level with that captaincy and gets the best out of the players. So that's why I would have him as a captain. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'll be making Jack our on-field captain next year and Mitch our club captain, because let's be honest, as Parramatta, even though fans are frustrated with the injuries and all that kind of crap, Mitch is still the most marketable thing about our club. He's the New South Wales halfback, or New South Wales 5'8", and he's obviously, played for Australia and all that kind of stuff. Like, kids are still, no matter what you think of Mitch, and I don't have any problems with him, but I know people do, kids are still going to look up and love Mitch no matter what. So that's
up to the club to put the people around him, though, to help him with those issues that people perceive he has, talking to referees and stuff. I think if you look at Mitch, the way he dealt with referees 2 years ago, compared to how he deals with them now. I think he's improved a lot. I think his issues these days are how he deals with the players in his own team. And that can be frustrating when you're someone as high profile as him and you've got blokes that drop the ball on the second tackle of the game or miss easy tackles or whatever. Like, he's obviously frustrated. So give him the tools, like you do in any workplace. Give him the tools to improve himself and be better at that part of his game.
There's
No point having a centre of excellence if you don't have the staff to run it.
Or an excellence. That we've heard it all before, though. Like, me and Troy have been there.
I still haven't done a full tour of it. I don't know
I don't think you'll be getting one anytime soon. But
nah,
I don't see other captains carry on the way he does. I'm just putting it out there.
All of them can.
They carry on. Oh my God, they're not calm. I get he's frustrated. I get he's passionate, but you're supposed to lead by example. And if you're screaming at a ref, what makes the other players not want to scream at the ref?
I see players scream at the ref every game for every team.
I think Jack would be a good captain. He just needs to learn when to pull the trigger on captain's challenges because it's like he's scared.
He's sucked at that.
He's scared to do it.
The point I was trying to make before Mum got in the comments and said that she's happy to see Michael and her other son Jason on the podcasts. But the point I was gonna make was we've been to all those meetings. We've heard all the stuff about the staff and how the place is so well rated and people want to work there and players want to play there and all those little mumbo fumbo scenarios they do when they get people to answer questions and they're going to answer truthfully. But if that's the case, as Michael's suggesting, they should have those psychologists and those people around there to make things better. So if that really was the case, it was so great, then why hasn't that not been addressed? Because it's clearly creating some problems. But, I guess there's always two sides to a story and, the truth always gets out eventually. So let's go. What else have I got to get through before we get on? Our young star, our non-stop landscapes, top performers, no surprises. Sam Riney seems to lead this and Kelly seemed to lead this every week. The only way that Kelly's been topped is by Sam Riney coming back. Tries to Smith, to Silva, Volkman, and Sam Riney. Williams with 40 tackles, as mentioned. Fox with 4 tackle breaks. And there was a lot of offloads on the weekend. I want to see us play that offload style of football this weekend from the moment the game kicks off, not after we're down 28-0 at halftime. Our 3-2-1 ZMS Trophies Player of the Year went to 3 points to Sam Riney, 2 points to Volkman, 1 to Williams. Our Player of the Year leaderboard has Joash Papali'i on 14 points, even though he hasn't played for ages. Jack Williams on 12 points, coming quickly with Iongi, who will now miss the rest of the season as well, so he's out of contention. Volkman on 11 points and Jordan Sam Riney 11. They've been the consistent point scorers, those 4. They've come from nowhere and obviously battling for first. I'm going to ask you, who takes out at the Ken Thornett while we're on this topic? I'll go around the grounds. The Player of the Year. I'll start with you, Troy. Who takes out the Player of the Year this year?
Oh, yeah, no, I'd love to see Jordan Sam Riney win it, to be honest. I mean, since he's come back from injury, he's just played outstanding, I think. I know he probably won't because of the amount of games that he's played, but I'd like to see him win it, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a heaps good short answer, Troy. Hayden, short answer. Who gets the Player of the Year?
I'm like Troy. I want to see Sam Riney win it, but I think you said it earlier. I think Jack Williams might go back to back.
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah, I'd go Sam Riney, but I'm going to throw left field out there and say Brian Kelly.
That's also a fair shout. Jace?
I think the same. I love Sam Riney to win it, but yeah, Jack Williams just that week in week out consistent. I mean, that's what you want for that type of award.
Mika?
Jack Williams. He'll get it. We'll go back to back.
I think everyone's kind of. I can't pick him. I'm happy with either of those two. I'm actually really happy with Matt Shea as well because I think Brian Kelly deserve it. I think there's a fair chance Jordan Sam Riney will get the Blue and Gold Army Player of the Year. And I think Jack Williams probably takes out the Ken Thornett. So, look, getting to some injuries from the weekend. I haven't got the Iongi one, but Iongi picked up a MCL/PCL and missed the rest of the season, obviously, in that game. Sam Tuivasa, MCL, out for the season as well. At the members event last night, which unfortunately I was not invited to, he turned around and said on stage that he'd done his ACL. and then had to correct himself and say it was his MCL. So he had everyone thinking he was going to miss the next year of football and the majority of next year. And then all of a sudden he got back on stage apparently and corrected himself, and they blamed a mic issue for that.
Oh.
Apologies.
MCL.
Apologies. I leaked that. Well, I didn't leak it because it was in the public forum, but I posted ACL. I had to quickly fix that as ACL thanks to, I think, the 40 or 50 people. There was 200 in that room, and I had about 50 messages of people saying he's done his ACL. And then I had about 35 messages of people saying, no, it's an MCL. So thanks to all those people that had talking Parras back in the room. Hopefully you guys didn't boo Jim because that wouldn't look good for us.
Did anyone here go? I didn't go.
I didn't go.
No, you didn't go.
No,
Jason, did you go?
No, I'm not 10 years yet.
Me and Jason are 2 years off.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've got our jacket ready.
I'm way over 10 years, so yeah, I wasn't invited. I wasn't even invited to the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Fun for all. I'm not making any comments on this, as I stated, so but I was not there. Let's get to our NRLW game from the weekend. Look, I mean this in the most respectful way I possibly can say it, but the NRLW is an absolute joke this year, how good this Roosters and how good this Brisbane team are. I know Brisbane got beat, but it's really eye-opening how far ahead those teams are. And people turn around and say it's because of money and all this kind of stuff. It really isn't. Like, yeah, the Roosters, there's no salary cap, obviously. The Roosters do an excellent job, but I want to give the Roosters credit because I know there was a lot of negativity after it. Oh, the Roosters are too good and all this kind of stuff. They're stacked and they buy everyone. The Roosters before NRLW were a thing, and I was involved in Newcastle with coaching football here. They actually attracted a Newcastle team that were playing in the lower competition called the Newcastle, I can't remember what they were called, and they took them down as the Central Coast Roosters. They took the whole team, and what it did was it set Newcastle back, but it gave the Sydney Roosters, the Central Coast Roosters, as soon as NRLW come a thing, to step in. That's why the Roosters are having the success. Now, for this game, the Eels gave it a good crack in the second half, but the Roosters, to their credit, ran away with it 46-6 and probably won't lose a game this year. Troy, did you watch Sunday night's game?
Yeah, I did. I had the split screens going on at the same time at the start of the game. But, yeah, look, Parramatta, they turned up in that first half and they really gave it to the Roosters. The Roosters had to work for their win. It took them like 15 minutes or something to score their first try. So, yeah, Abby Church got injured, unfortunately, in that game. She's named this week. Riverlea Arlo got a head concussion, pretty bad head slam, just making a tackle, I think it was. So she's out this week. But yeah, it's just, look, it's unfortunate that it's just not working for them, and hopefully they can get a win this week against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, hasn't been a great start to the year. Look, I didn't get time to do the graphic today because I'll be honest, I was out this afternoon and I got 200 messages. So I haven't actually done the team list yet for this week's team. And I haven't seen the injury report. So obviously we'll put that up when we get a chance. But as Troy mentioned, they do play the Bulldogs at 3:15 on Saturday before the main game at CommBank Stadium. And it is, I'm trying to get the team list to see what changes there are. And I haven't really got it in front of me. So the team list, we'll go through that night time. I'll post it as well. So good luck to the girls as they try and get their first win of the season. Let's get through some other news quickly from, I don't think there really is much else, to be honest. I think, yeah, I just got to obviously say some more thank yous and dot some T's and kiss some babies and shout out to people. So 2027 coach, New South Wales coach, fair chance I'll be here. Yeah. I haven't done any of that stuff, but anyway. Jordan Rankin appointed the New South Wales coach, New South Wales Cup coach for 2027 now. Was a captain coach back, I think it was in 2022, and obviously been coaching the Jersey Flag, and it gets a promotion to New South Wales Cup. So congrats to Jordan. Thanks for the follow the other day, Jordan. Hopefully they don't see that. And I wish you all the best coaching in the New South Wales Cup. Well, I'm happy for the bloke. He's 34 years old. And people say, no, it's a job for the boys and stuff, but he's obviously shown something, and he's obviously got the respect of the players if they want him there. Because for someone coming that young, I think that's what we need, someone that's driven and wants to see results. So good luck to him. Your thoughts on that appointment? I know you're a fan of him when he played, Matt. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. I've always been a fan of Jordan, but yeah, I feel like he'll do well. It's just, are we going to have the players around him?
Well, we haven't even. We've currently.
Is he coaching New
players.
South Wales Cup or Sydney Shield? Because depending on how next year goes.
Yeah, well, that's how it actually looks at the moment because we've got 23 players signed for next year. I want to send a massive shout out to Jared Croker. Obviously, he's got 284 kicking tees. He released his kicking tee. There'll be the official kicking tee for our Kick Your Way to Vegas competition on the 30th of August. Great bloke and made that happen for us. I tried to get him there to come kick for someone, but unfortunately was unavailable. They're pretty good. Yeah, no, don't ask me how they're kicking. I went and kicked the other day and now I'm in a moon boot. So Oxen as well sent me out these boots, which I wore. Then I'm also in a moon boot. So it's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's a good promotion then, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story about why I'm wearing a moon boot. And everyone's going to get a good laugh at us and we'll get back on track with the podcast. So I'm laying in bed last week, minding my own business, middle of the night. And my wife decides to get up to feed the baby. And as she's getting up to feed the baby, she decides to trip and put her full, and she's tiny, may I add as well, her hand onto my leg and my foot and twist my ankle the wrong way. And I thought, oh, it's okay. It's not that bad. I went and kicked the ball and it swelled up like no tomorrow. I went to the physio and I've torn a ligament in my ankle. So it's great for me. I'm in a moon boot at the moment. So if you see me hobbling around on Saturday, be sure to say hi. Let's get to this week's games. Oh, sorry, Old Oxen as well. They sent out this to Jet, who was the winner of the promotion the other day. So congrats to Jet. He's got the same boots. He actually looked at me and said, Adam, I want to be like you. So I want the same boots as you because you inspire me. So thanks for that, Jet. Hopefully
Jet's now in a moon boot for all those wondering.
Yeah. Did you autograph them for him too, Adam? Or?
I didn't, but Jet, I hope your career goes better than mine did. So this week's game, no graphic done once again. The team list, so much controversy. This is going to be interesting. Twiddles at fullback. Brian Kelly. Can someone, Hayden, can you read the team list, please? I'm struggling to not.
Yeah, but I have no enthusiasm to do a voice. So here you go, guys. At fullback is Appa Twiddle. On the wings, Brian Kelly and Josh Addo-Carr. In the centres is Will Penasini and Rani. Your halves, Ronald Volkman and Mitchell Moses. In the front row is Luca Moretti, who was a goalkeeper last week. He fell on the ground and put the hands up like this. So I hope he doesn't do that this week. Number 9 is Talon De Silva, Junior Paulo at number 10. In the back row is Jack Williams and Kitione Kautoga. Jack DeBellin is your lock, and the 6-man bench for your Parramatta Eel. Dylan Walker, Saxon Pryke, Teen Cum Brown, Josiah Funa Iata, maybe, Tony McNally, and Sean Russell.
There you go. And the extended bench, Hayden.
And your extended bench is Kilmer Talangi, Harrison Edwards, and Riley Smith is on the extended fucking bench.
And Daniel Long would like to know who is the Manly's back rower.
Oh, that one's all right. I just need to have some water.
Yeah, you sounded like us fans at reading that out. Upper Twiddle is your fullback. Brian Kelly's on the wing.
Thank you, Susan. A lot of comments there were falling asleep, but Susan was proud. Another son.
Oh, fucking hell. You keep away from my mother. All right, so
there's another one. There's another one. Sean Russell on the bench. I mean,
who could have picked that? Hold on.
Imagine if he comes in for Jordan Samrani. I wouldn't be surprised if the club does that. You watch.
Jason, you forgot Kelmer as well.
Before we get into the team list, I want to highlight that something's been missed. He doesn't deserve it. Obviously, fans are frustrated. Fans have the shit to that team list. But I do want to say congrats to Josiah Funa Iuta. Who has got that terrible noise going on?
I don't know. I think it's Hayden.
Jason, I'm muting him.
It's Hayden, I think.
No, it's not. It's Jason. So he's been muted and it stopped. Josiah obviously making named on the extended bench, and you can't make accusations, Michael. It's a very serious thing. Josiah Funa-Oyuta will most likely make his debut. Former SG ball captain, made his way into New South Wales Cup. Was at his New South Wales Cup debut, and be great to be at his first grade debut as well. Very happy for him. So, all right, Jason's had his say. Troy, mate, thoughts on the team list?
Yeah, nah, just whatever you guys have said. I would have done as well. Would have had Riley there. Would have had Joash there. Yeah,
Michael,
it is what it is.
rate it from 1 to Paul Carriage, that team list.
Oh, Jesus.
Is there anything?
Oh, come on. Leave Paul alone.
Sorry, I could have said 10 to Paul Carriage down, but yeah, anyway.
Oh, no. It doesn't excite me at all, to be honest. So that's a 0, I guess.
Hayden, you read through the team list with so much enthusiasm, kind of sums up how you're feeling. You didn't mean it's a 0, you meant it's a Paul Carriage.
What am I at? Am I at the Anthony Watmo or the Jamie Lyon?
The Ben Costo.
But did anyone see that interview or the podcast that Watmo was on? And he goes, Brad Arthur said, "Mate, we can't sign anyone. Can you come over and try and help us sign some people?" Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah, and it's still happening though. Like, I guess the question I want to ask about that podcasting went nuts, but why has no mainstream media picked that up? Why is no mainstream media asking that question? Why can't Parramatta sign players? Because it was said on a pretty big podcast, and we all saw it. Every Parramatta fan saw it. Fans are asking the questions in the comments, yet no mainstream media have had the balls to pick it up. Like, what does Parramatta have on mainstream media? They won't touch this stuff. Anyway, Matt, thoughts on the team?
Yeah, it's interesting to have our New South Wales halfback as our fullback this week.
New South Wales Cup fullback.
New South Wales Cup, yeah. He's playing fullback. He's played halfback most of the year. It's just frustrating because you look at the team and you look at what's going on behind the scenes and whatever's happening and players being dropped, and then our attack looks like they've never played together because they seriously have never played together. We switch it up so much. But then you think about it and you're like, if like you look at the list of players, like we've promised the next man up mentality, and I'm sure Josiah would have got a spot last week if Iongi goes down, but I just feel like it's just rubbish at the moment, and I can't pick it. Like I can't even bring myself to wear our cup. I haven't bought a cup, like any of the merch, and I feel like we'll give it a hot crack on the weekend, but I don't know. I don't see us winning another game for the rest of the year. So,
yeah, it's a hard one.
What position does Josiah play?
Second row.
Second row.
Second row.
Second row.
I believe their plan. There's a little poll for you, because everyone's feeling really flat. There's a lot of negativity in the comments, but I'll ask the question: how do you currently feel about the club? If you love it, excited with everything that's happening, 1. If you're off them and off the club, type 2. Josiah as a second rower, I believe that he'll come on. Jack Williams will move into the front row. Is how they're going to do it. So it is what it is at the moment. So we'll get on with it. I think that's pretty much it. We'll go through some bowl predictions. Get your questions in, guys. If you have any questions, there's a lot more I'd like to say, but I just can't. I can't do it at the moment. The time will come when I can, and the time will come when karma catches up as well. So that's when it's going to happen, and I can't wait for that. So let's go to the score.
Can I quickly say one thing, Adam?
As long as it's not what I said, yep.
No, it's basically, so my work just got purchased by another company for 14 billion euro or something. And when all my other customers that are sponsor global like teams and stuff come to me and say, "Hey Matt, you're the NRL guy. We want to sponsor and do a jersey sponsor," I can't send them the Parra. I give them a picture of the top 8 and say, choose one of these teams.
Yeah. It's funny because obviously money is a very big driving factor in some decisions, and that would be more money, wouldn't it? So everyone wants to talk about the junior news. I forgot about that, guys. Sorry, I didn't get a post an article. Like I said, I had a meeting on the Savo. Junior Perth have pulled the offer. Perth, I don't know whether this offer got around. Perth were going to give him $900,000 a year. Perth apparently offered him $450,000 a year across 2 years. And now they've turned around and apparently they've pulled that offer. So Junior's only offer is the 1 year deal offered at Parramatta. Look, with 23 players on the books next year, I said this last week, there's some players that we probably told they can go that we're going to have to keep because the reality is we're not going to sign another 7 players. And everyone knows those players that have been told to go. Kelmer, DeBellin, Volkman, Junior, not told to go, but they couldn't come to an agreement with them. Like, the more that gets on, the closer we have to go be to keeping some of these guys. So we'll see, obviously, what happens there. All right, let's get to our bold predictions now. I'll start with you, Troy.
Score will be Parramatta 32, Cowboys 20. First try scorer will be Jordan Samrani, not Will Penasini. And the bold prediction will be we'll just win from the start. We'll win both halves. There you go.
You said that last week, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll lose the first half and then we'll win the second half. I don't know. What's bold?
I'll tell you what. I want to say one more thing. It's just getting really motivating doing this podcast at the moment because I think we're all just over it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
It's kind of like I'm at the games at the moment. Like I'm only going to games when my young fella wants to go because it's a struggle to get motivated.
And no Lincoln. I'm not jumping on the Knights, and Adam's definitely not jumping on the Knights.
I'd rather kiss Troy on the lips naked. Hayden.
Well,
boys.
I mean, in my milestones, vlog 100 against the Storm, we got a win. Vlog 150 was a Maroons vlog. We got the win. Haha. Vlog 200, we lost to the Broncos. So I'm due a win. To finish it off, we win vlog 250. I'll go Parramatta to win 30-22, since as Mika says all year, we love to concede over 20 points. We were doing it for fun at the start of the year. I reckon Jordan Samrani's been on a bit of a try score form, so I reckon he'll score. My bold prediction, I'm going to pick the player because I don't think the prediction's that bold. Jack Williams is going to kick a ball after scoring a try into the second part of the crowd. So up in the top level of the stands, Jack Williams scores and fucking boots it up there.
Fucking boots it up there.
Fuck. Matt?
It's a good one. I like that.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to say Cowboys. I can't pick them at the moment. Like, I just can't sit here and glorify it. But I'm going to go. Yeah, I agree with Rob. I'm going to actually go 32-10. Cowboys. I'm going to go Lukey first try scorer due to run through us. And bold prediction is we score the first 10 points.
I said that last week and it didn't work. All right, before we get everyone's prediction and Jason falls asleep, Guy in the is it Guy? So we have to pick it up a bit. We're very flat. So guys, we're gonna do this.
Can
we have OxySpread or something as a sponsor?
Yeah, we have a supplement.
I thought you were going to play the Wiggles because that's the most energy I've seen at Combank Stadium all year.
I don't know.
How good were the Wiggles at the Tigers game?
They were great. They were great.
That was epic.
They get the Wiggles, we get a dancing AI robot.
No, we got DJ. What's his face?
K-Time.
K-Time.
He's back.
Yeah,
he's back. I'm not commenting on K-Time.
Who gets instructed to not play the fucking the team song?
Well, they don't win anyway, Jason, so it doesn't matter.
But when we
Jason,
do win, I want to be able to sing the song, man.
what's your bold prediction?
What do we got? Cowboys. We both teams are bloody rocks and diamonds of the next level. Let's
which
go.
one's
We
rocks?
win.
Which one's diamonds?
We'll find out on Saturday. We'll go Parra 38, Cowboys 34. It's going to be high scoring. First try scorer, Fox. He's definitely due. And I'm gonna just like triple down on everything I've ever said. And Upper is going to score a hat trick and just make us feel like, why are you going?
That'd be like when Tony Williams made his debut for Parramatta and already signed for Manly. I know he's not making his debut, but we haven't seen a breakout from him because we saw 21 minutes in first grade.
Yeah.
Prediction, Mika.
I'm actually going to pick Parramatta to win just because fuck it. I will go score of 30-24. First try scorer will be Jack Williams, and I'm going to go bold prediction. Every single one of our forwards to make over 100 running meters, except Junior Paulo, who will probably make 55 because he hasn't bent a defensive line since 2022. And the fact that fans are arguing over the fact we should re-sign him and let him dictate to our club is exactly why we're in this fucking position that we're in.
I think you got his thoughts there, Joel. I think that's
Didn't even notice he was back the last 2 weeks. Didn't even notice he was on the park.
Anyway, I'm going to...
I'd rather Junior in the 13 role, to be honest.
No, he's even worse then. That's the problem. Someone's convinced him he can ball play like a halfback. Put the fucking football under your arm and run at the line, you big unit, like we all know you can.
All right, time for my bold prediction. I just want to highlight that it's Lucas's birthday on Monday, and every time I take him to his birthday game, Parramatta have never won. And that's on me for being a shit father and making him support Parramatta. So I acknowledge that I brainwashed my kid and he's never seen the team win on his birthday. So I am going to tip the Cowboys, and I'm going to tip the Cowboys for one reason only.
Reverse psychology.
No, not the reverse psychology. I'm going to tip the Cowboys because Parramatta's season's done. I'm getting no enjoyment if they win or lose at all. It doesn't affect me either way. Wins feel like losses at the moment because I'm just sick of the shit. I'm sick of missing finals. The only bit of enjoyment I will get is if the Cowboys win and Newcastle keep losing and the Cowboys jump Newcastle on the ladder and the Bulldogs jump Newcastle on the ladder.
I thought you were going to say Bulldogs.
Oh, Jez. Hello, Jez.
Jez is in the background. So that's the only enjoyment I'll get is if Newcastle finish in 9th position when their fans are all thinking how good it's going to be to play finals. So I'm tipping the Cowboys. I actually think it'll be a reverse of last week. I think we're going to come out and score. I think we'll lead. We'll lead by 13 plus at half time, and we'll end up getting beat 28-20. Is my thing. So that's my bold prediction: us to lead comfortably at half time and get beat. Full time score 28-20, and my first try scorer. You already went Fox, didn't you? Did anyone go Kelly? Has anyone gone Kelly? No? Not good, Kelly. Stick with Indigenous round. It's either going to be Kelly or Fox, so let's go Kelly. That's our bold predictions. We've got some questions to get to. Get your questions if you want any more, then we'll get the fuck out of here. How unlikely is the spoon? We're not getting the spoon this year. Ask me again for my prediction come round 5, 2027, and I'll let you know. I reckon the spoon bowl will be exciting. It's not going to happen, but a spoon bowl in the last game will be pretty exciting. But the Dragons have to win every game. Let's just give us something to look forward to.
You'll see the spoon bowl in Vegas, wouldn't you?
What? Eels and
Titans.
I think.
Yeah. No. Perth will be there. Yeah. Sorry.
It's pretty likely that the Dragons. It's pretty likely that the Dragons will get the spoon, but there are a couple of teams that could get it. And I'll tell you what, you'd call it crazy, but a couple of weeks ago, the Roosters were like $41 for minor premiers, now into $2 off a couple of losses. Dragons coming off a win. So you can get $67 for teams like the Tigers and Titans, whereas Roosters
it to the
$40
Broncos.
for the premiership. Gamble responsibly, but
You just want to, you're trying to get your missus good books and say the Dragons won't get the spoon. Is that what you're doing?
no, I
mate?
think they'll get the spoon. But I
Yeah,
think
She doesn't even
Yeah.
watch. She doesn't
people
even watch the show.
people should invest and try and find a cash out if they can, but I don't know if they'll find it.
Gamble responsibly. Is Volkman confirmed as contracted in the UK? As Jason Rice said, never say never. But he rejected Parramatta's offers and he's going to get big money over there. So I'd be going if I was. Why would you stay? Honestly, if I'm Volkman, why would you stay? Like Luai's obviously a 6 next year. Lincoln Fletcher and Lorenzo Talatina obviously in New South Wales, or not at the moment, will be in New South Wales Cup. So yeah, I wouldn't be staying if I was him. And even if he does stay, it pushes someone like, Lincoln back down maybe down the order. Or he sits on the 19 on the bench the whole time. So I'd be going. Does anyone know what is going on? Why there hasn't been a members' open day this year compared to others last year? That's a really interesting one. I actually don't know. Troy, mate, you're on the SGA for the longest this year. Obviously, there was open days at the start of the year. Has there been anything during the year?
No, not that I can think of, to be honest.
I don't
there
remember
was a big-
last year.
No.
I think they're just scared to hold open fan days at the moment with the
there may be one in the last week of the second last home game, or the last home game week maybe, or the last week against the Dragons.
They're just trying to figure out how to uninvite Adam from an open day.
Well, they can just invite me, then not invite me. Let's go to this one. Do we have a crack at Big Red from the Raiders? Can anyone else get him?
No.
Oh my God, no! Please no.
I'll highlight he's
Baby.
going to Perth, first of all. But anyone who has a cry and a sook and gives Adam the middle finger back in COVID 2020 when he could hear every word I said, one of my proudest moments.
when Maddo actually played,
Yeah, when Matt actually had a go.
wasn't scared.
You know what?
Of his face getting
Back
hurt.
to story time with Adam Martin and Michael's least favourite player in the NRL. Who was your least favourite player in the NRL across the years that also played for Canberra?
Me?
Yeah.
Have you got someone in mind?
Yeah, Jordan Rapana. You hated him.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
was-
I just fucking hated him. He's just a flog. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, who's the number? Phoenix Crosland. I just don't like him. I think it's the face and the hair. But yeah,
actually read
Rapana
it
for
the other day and he
years.
said he doesn't like you either. He's
Hello, Jez.
But
Yeah,
we're
I
at
hated
that-
Rapana.
we're at that game, and the people in front of us were from Goulburn, where Rapana was from. And I shit you not, you weren't even there. I've told you a story. You weren't even there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
remembering the story.
Yeah, and there was 500 people during COVID, but just to clarify, the club certainly doesn't do fans favours, but I got in, even though it was only meant to be corporate. And,
I was there that day too.
Oh, there you go. That's because you were in love with the stadium, weren't you? One of the stadium people?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was there that day.
Oh, my God. There was 3 of us out of 500 people. What are the odds?
Anyway,
But-
get to the story.
Yeah, so they fucking peppered Jordan Rapana for about 80 minutes non-stop the whole time. And he could hear they knew every detail of his life. They knew what colour underwear he wore yesterday. They knew everything about him. And then poor fucking Corey Horsburgh, right, got into a fight on the field, only got one thing said to him by some other red-headed fan in the crowd that we don't know, right? And he come off crying because he couldn't
Yeah.
handle that. So
That was
I-
the double fucking
the double bird.
up yours while he was crying.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
my very best moment of football with Adam is sitting front row at Melbourne Parra and him just calling Nelson a cat for the whole warm up as he stretched right in front of us, and then Nelson scores and turns straight to him and goes,
Oh God, I hated that so much.
To be fair,
Hated that.
to be fair to Nelson, I actually chatted with him after that game. I went and had some Melbourne mates there. And I went down and I chatted with him. He was actually a really good dude. And I even told him I'd meet him in Bali, and he was still a really good dude. So,
You
Yeah.
learned that off me giving it to Marty Lang back in the day.
yeah, I did. And no, I remember Dad giving it to, obviously he's passed away now, Terry Hill, when he first returned to Manly in 2003, I think it was, Troy, at Parramatta. Poor Terry Hill, we copped it that day like no tomorrow. We've had some fun moments at football games. We've just, just fans being fans, boys being boys, and before you're worried about everything you said was going to get you thrown out and banned for life. I don't think there's any other questions. Oh, one more. Solomon Sakura, is he actually coming? I've heard he's coming. I announced he's coming, but I'm not 100% sure it's been confirmed. I believe it's a development deal. It was a family member of his that messaged the page saying he was coming. So he's killing it in New South Wales Cup at the moment. So if he can take that next step, and he's at the Tigers at the moment. So let's see what happens.
What position does he play?
Centre, second row.
Second row. Okay.
No, centre.
Who's that other player that plays second row? Hayden?
For Manly.
No, for Parra.
The Parra Junior that plays Manly second row.
Parra Junior, yeah. Hamole.
Come on, he's got his name tattooed down the side of his leg, so you should be able to pronounce it.
He needs to break it down into pronunciation.
No, the player that for Parramatta that's making his debut this weekend. What position does he play?
No, wait, who? The player that's playing this
Oh,
weekend?
you're confusing the fuck out of him. No,
This is done.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's all we're doing tonight. I'm getting out of here. I'm struggling to talk. We'll be there on a Saturday at the game. We have a special little competition going on for someone to get a little bonus to kick their way to Vegas. Actually, I've had a spot opened up. So if anyone isn't in the Vegas draw and can be there between 3 and 5 at the game and wants to do a little competition, nothing illegal. Just want to clarify that. I want to make sure it doesn't get mixed up with the fan march that I don't even know if it's happening that was getting posted around, but just going around and doing some stuff, competition to earn your way to the kicking comp, message the page. First one to message it, I'll put them into that because I've had to pull out. So see you next Tuesday, and Troy will say something right now. Troy, what are you going to say? Good night.